Alright YouTube, so for this vlog I'll be talking about something really cool. The original Spider-Man the movie by James Cameron, who also directed the first two Avatar movies and is set to direct the third one and I believe a few others, and he's made many movies, but I predominantly know him from the Avatar movies because admittedly I'm not terribly knowledgeable with movie directors, which I know is a little embarrassing to admit as a movie buff, but I did draw this cool poster of Spider-Man, or rather the lead star Leonardo DiCaprio, who is set to play the web slinger Peter Parker Spider-Man himself, and I want to explore like what I think this movie could have been or how this movie could maybe be made in 2025. So, you know, of course we all know and love Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, and unfortunately his fourth Spider-Man movie got canceled, but you know, fingers crossed that something's still possible with that. But you know, it was interesting to see that I found out this movie, the Spider-Man the movie it's called, by James Cameron, starring Leonardo DiCaprio as Peter Parker, was originally rated R in a very dark and gritty Spider-Man movie. When I did the little bit of Google search, I admit I didn't do deep research because I was, you know, just wanted to make a fun video and share my ideas and thoughts behind this, but, you know, really darker and gritty version of Spider-Man, which I think would have been really interesting to see. I'm hoping that maybe Spider-Man 4, or rather Spider-Man No Way Home with Tom Holland, will pick up on that theme, because I'm hearing that movie's going to be darker and grittier, so fingers crossed that, you know, that's true. Although I will say I do love Spider-Man being like sort of the light in the dark, sort of upbeat character. But you know, the Spider-Man universe isn't all sunshine and rainbows, and I admire that James Cameron was not afraid to show that with his Spider-Man script. I think, like, you know, Leonardo DiCaprio and Tobey Maguire are about the same age now, or roughly around that zone, but it's not the point, arbitrary, but you know, I think it could be cool to see them collaborate and maybe make it into the Spider-Verse sort of movie. If they do that, I hope they somehow include an alternate version of Spider-Man that picks up on James Cameron's, but not, you know, the exact one, just sort of a subtle reference. Because I also did see something cool recently, a post talking about all the original actors that were considered for Spider-Man or auditioned for Spider-Man, but more importantly, the ones that ultimately were close to playing Spider-Man, which DiCaprio was one of them. And of course, William Dafoe, Green Goblin, iconic, can't beat it. But Electro, that would have been something to see, especially nowadays. I think that could still work this day with sort of an Avatar-styled animated CGI Electro, because as you guys know, Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man 2 Electro wasn't the greatest, but he did definitely get a makeover and was cool in Spider-Man No Way Home, as well as the other villains, because I did like the Amazing Spider-Man movies, but they weren't the greatest, admittedly, even though I liked them. And, you know, in Spider-Man 4, one of the villains, which this is a side note because it's Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man by Sam Raimi, one of the villains was I'm terrible at talking sometimes. Sorry, guys, I'm not going to redo this line. I'm just going to pick myself up there like Spider-Man always does. So I had almost forgotten that Jake Gyllenhaal actually played Mysterio in Tom Holland's Spider-Man sequel, because his character was forgettable and kind of, you know, a waste of an amazing actor, but Gyllenhaal was originally going to replace Tobey Maguire in Spider-Man 2, so although I do like Jake a lot, I am glad Tobey healed his back and was able to become Spider-Man once again. And I know next month Spider-Man 2's unseen footage is coming back to theaters, which I am super excited for, because, you know, I love that movie, and the first one too, and even the third. Yeah, I'm one of those people that actually like Spider-Man 3. But what I would like more is to see more of what James Cameron's Leonardo DiCaprio Spider-Man movie could have been, so hopefully I'll be able to find a little bit more out on this movie. I just wanted to share my brief thoughts, and I'll display this drawing one more time. Here you go. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for more soon. Do you guys think Spider-Man Brand New Day will be dark and gritty like James Cameron's Spider-Man movie was going to be? Or do you think it'll just be not dark and gritty? I don't know. But until then, stay tuned for more soon. Goodbye.